AARP. You know who they are. They're the Nazis of middle age. You turn 50, they hunt you down like a dog. They will find you. I have relatives who don't know where I am. AARP found me. How the hell did they find me? Seriously, they should put them in charge of immigration. Visitors are illegal, over 50. They're getting a card. They're getting a card. That's my fantasy of how they caught Osama bin Laden. Because if you recall, he had just turned 50. I think they flew into the compound. They rang the doorbell. They handed him the card. He was so depressed, he shot himself in the head. I have a plan, though, to get my mom out of those depends. I got a brilliant plan. I got my mother on a diet. 10 more pounds, I'm shoving her right into the Huggies toddler size. It's a genius move. Genius. Big pull-ups ones, yeah. Oh, I love my mom. I have a wonderful mom, and I'm so happy because she lives near me now. She was in Florida during her late 60s, 70s, and 80s, and now she's back and she's in her 90s. She recently told me on my birthday that she forgot to do something while she was living in Florida. I go, what's that, Mom? She goes, die. On my birthday. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Happy little thought for me. Okay. But she's in assisted living now, and it's, anybody have an adult, a parent in an assisted living? Yeah, let me ask you something. I got my daughter in college with less paperwork than the amount of paperwork I had to do for assisted living. I mean, it was a tax return is nothing compared to this, right? Yeah. Did they make you take your parent to a doctor, their doctor? I take them to my mother's, not my mother's doctor, to their doctor. And once again, with all the stupid questions, you know, all the stuff that would be at her doctor, I have to answer all that crap. The nurse comes in, she goes, date of your last menstruation? What happened to menses? Okay. My mother goes, I think it was during the Nixon administration. It's just unbelievable. And she's living in Bridgewater at a very nice assisted living place near me. The paperwork, they wanted to know if she wanted a DNR. So I put it in terms that my mother could understand. My mother was a librarian, so I said, hey, Mom, if you should expire, do you want them to renew you? It's a do not resuscitate. What do you think? She goes, well, it's only the first day. Let's hold off and see if I like it here first. I'm liking the assisted living for the jokes alone. This is good. And it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. There's no place to park. The entire perimeter is handicapped parking spaces, but you work around that, yeah. And the place is connected with tubes and tunnels. You never have to go outside. It's like a habit trail for old people. You walk in over here, there's a million jazzy scooters, hover-rounds, rascals, all with license plates that say disgusting things on them, like, who's your granddaddy? It's fun. There's the walkers, they have all different kinds of walkers, the old school ones, but now they have tennis balls and fluorescent colors, making some kind of code so they know what. I said, why do you have those tennis balls on there, asshole? She goes, because they're so speedy. Okay, and streamers on them. Like it's a kid's bicycle, and a bell. What do you need a bell on a walker for? I'm gonna run you over. Cha-ching, eventually. It's good. She's happy. They have a beautiful, beautiful dining room. It's gorgeous, with tablecloths and chandeliers. I mean, except there's this sound. It's hard. There's this sound. Does anybody remember the show The Outer Limits? Am I going back too far? It used to begin like this. Taking over your TV set. It used to scare the crap out of me, right? Well, that is the sound of all the residents who wear hearing aids. Interfering with the person they're sitting next to. And it doesn't seem to bother them because they can't hear shit. But to everybody else who's visiting, and the waiters, we all have an eye tick in about 45 minutes, we're like this. I don't care. It's worth it. It's worth it because she's happy. I mean, my mother's nickname used to be Doom. Okay, Doom and Gloom. That's all she was. She's happy, so it's great. Now, in the morning, she has breakfast like a lumberjack. I mean, seriously, eats like pancakes, waffles, bacon, eggs. I mean, the whole 9 yards. And then, for her first morning activity, she likes to go upstairs to her room and put her key into her keyhole. I know, give the blind in one eye woman with Parkinson's on half of her body a key. Have you had a key in this century? Have they given you a key at a hotel? You get a swipey card, right? I said, why doesn't she have a swipey card? She can't do that. They go, they lose them. They can't lose a key? I don't get this. She'll wear it around her neck. I don't know. And I try to tell her to leave her door open. She goes, no, because somebody could go in there and steal things. She has nothing in there. I mean, it depends. They're expensive. Okay. But we walk up to her room, and for 20 minutes, she's like, I got it. I got it. And if I try to help her, she gets pissed. She goes, I got it. I got it. I gotta learn. I gotta learn. And she won't let me do it. But if another resident comes by, complete change comes over her. By the way, she asked me, she said to me, she goes, are there any Jews living here? I go, a handful. She goes, that explains it. Everybody's so friendly. Okay, moving on. I didn't say it. Okay. So she's trying to put her key in the keyhole, and she can't do it. But if a resident comes by, she's like, a woman comes up, she goes, oh dear, you're struggling with that. Let me do that for you. Oh, you're so nice. What's your name? Phyllis. Like Phyllis Diller, the comedian. Remember her? Oh, my name's Alice, like Alice in Wonderland. I remember her. My daughter's a comedian. Really? I live in 318. I live right here at 316. What's your name? Phyllis. Like Phyllis Diller, the comedian. Oh, my name's Alice. Like Alice in Wonderland. My daughter's a comedian. My mother has met Phyllis for the first time 450 times. She goes, hi. My mother goes, there's something so familiar about that girl. But she's happy. That's all I care. You want your parent to be happy, all right? Yeah. So that's her morning. And then in the afternoon, she has a nice lunch. And then after lunch, they do activities, okay? They do formal and informal activities. Now, an informal activity is, this is what they play a lot. It's called Who's Missing? Let's Hope They're Just in the Bathroom. You know what I mean? Has anybody seen B? Lately? Like today? Last week? Who saw B? I mean, this is what it's like. It's crazy. It's craziness. The last time I was there, they were playing The Price is Right in live time. They had 3 contestants get up. My mother wasn't playing. She was just sitting in the back with me. And they held up a bag of Levy's Jewish rye bread. And the first man, Herbie, who's adorable, I think has the hots for my mother, Herbie says, they go, how much, Herbie? He goes, 79 cents. My mother leans over and he goes, how long has he been here? She has no impulse control, my mother. No whatsoever. My mother's not even playing. She shouts out, $2.49 if you go to Acme on Tuesday, senior citizen special with the coupon, they'll double and get it down to $1.79. They go, Alice, you got it to the penny. She got it to the penny. And all I'm thinking to myself is, let me tell you something. That rye bread did not cost $1.79. You know how much that loaf of rye bread cost? $6,800 a month, not including medication, okay? My mother's gonna live until the last nickel rolls out of her pocketbook, and that's when that's gonna end.